Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. And we've got Chris Kidd, who we've enjoyed a lot of lately. It's good to see you again.
Good to be back.
Yeah, you've been on a lot, which is awesome. Chris Kidd has an awesome, in my opinion, a very cool purpose in life, helping people navigate through their financial challenges to become the person they want to be when it comes to their money. His company, his website, chriskidd.com. And, you're a financial coach extraordinaire. You work with a lot of different types of people, working increasingly with people in the celebrity and the sports arenas, and always delighted to have you on the program. Tell us a little bit about what you do, and then introduce your guest real quick.
I'll be pretty quick. I've got three areas that I work with, and it's personal finance, as far as budgeting, making better financial decisions, making your money work better for you, getting out of debt, stuff like that, and then investing, which is really making your money go work for you and be an employee and get a lot more productivity out of it, and learn how to manage risk and reduce your risk and evaluate investments rather than just kind of hope stuff works out. And then there's entrepreneurship, which I think everybody needs to own their own business at some form or another, whether it's big or small, if nothing else, at least for tax purposes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my guest today is Rickie Winslow. He's the founder of the Rowdy Foundation. He is also a ex-member of the famed Phi Slamma Jamma area at the University of Houston. Played pro basketball for a while in the NBA and overseas, and he also coaches locally. So, you there, Rickie?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good to have you on. Nice
to be on.
Glad to have you on. Real quickly, tell us what the Rowdy Foundation is all about. And Rowdy is an acronym. What is that an acronym for?
Yeah, it stands for Rickie O'Neal Winslow Development for Youth.
Oh, I love it. That's fantastic. Go ahead with your...
We deal with life skill management, mentoring, drug awareness, and computer literacy.
Very good. Those are some very important areas for young people. Go ahead there, Chris.
Was that mostly is it just in the Houston area, or is it nationwide, or how far is y'all?
Well, right now it's basically Houston area.
And you mentioned computer literacy.
Excuse me?
You mentioned computer literacy. Tell us about Computer Olympics as well.
Well, main thing we have the Computer Olympics. We have the programs in about 579 daycares, and what we do with that in each subject, we kind of cater it like the Olympics. Like each subject is like in English, reading, math is like the 100-yard dash or other aspects of the Olympics, and the kids you take the top 4 kids from each daycare center, and they're competing in their heat for a gold medal.
Very cool. Very cool. How long have you been doing this?
Oh, about 8-9 years.
Oh, that's fantastic. Chris?
Yeah, last year we had it at the University of Houston, and it went very well.
Yeah, that sounds like a great venue. Chris?
Yeah, you founded the Rowdy Foundation pretty much immediately after you retired, didn't you?
Yeah, immediately after I retired, but it wasn't something that I was going into. It's something that just happened. I kind of ran into an old friend, and he was doing a lot of different things in the community, and I really didn't know what I was going to do, so that kind of just fell into my hands, and went very well.
Yeah, what was it about this that made you attracted to it? What made you want to do this?
Well, I think the kids. Being able to give back, being able to be there for them, being able to maybe if you just could help one, we have many now, thousands that have probably been through the program, but if we just could help one. I remember growing up back in Third Ward when I was a kid, and I had a lot of mentors like Fritz Greer and Larry Turner and a lot more different ones, and sometimes it was just the time and attention that you gave a person that I got from them that strived me in the right direction.
Very good, Chris.
Well, how about like your college years and stuff? And that's it's always one of those new beginnings for anybody that's going off to college. I know, you get a lot more freedom and stuff, and especially kind of when you're a big man on campus, and that's no pun intended, but being 6'8", you kind of were a big man on campus too.
Well, in regards to going off to college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, going off to college, it was a big thing for me because, I always wanted to do some of the things that I saw some the people ahead of me doing, like Magic Johnson and the guys like that I kind of looked up to when I was younger, and that's why I developed my game and kind of catered my game after those guys, Magic and Julius Erving, and so all of a sudden you see where the talent starts to comes out and where you can be good, and then you have to just work at it. Then I thought myself as ranked number 1 player and number 2 player in the states, in the nation. So, and that took me on to the University of Houston.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was an incredible team. I mean, it produced some of the greatest talent in all basketball history. So that must have been an incredible privilege.
Oh, it was outstanding. I didn't really know, that it was going to turn out like that because they had been to the Final Four, had seen them lose to NC State, and then to go back again to the finals was an incredible thing. And Guy B. Lewis was a great coach as well. And just getting there is tremendous because you see now how hard it is because since we've been, they haven't been back. Mm-hmm. So it's a great feeling and great opportunity, and then you meet so many great people like Michael Young, King Olajuwon, Reed Gates. Just your teammates become your friends for life, and that's just a thing that you get into once you get there and get to knowing different individuals.
And Guy Lewis is finally in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, he got in the Hall of Fame. That was a great deal. I got to see Guy B. Lewis a lot last year at my son's Player of the Year award ceremony, so we got to kind of talk to him, and you can tell he knows what you're saying when he gives you those eyes. So because he don't say too much now, but it was a great accomplishment for my son last year, and just to be able to have the opportunity to meet such a great guy.
Well, speaking of your son and college basketball at the same time, he's kind of following in your footsteps now.
Yeah, he's kind of following in my footsteps, but he wanted to make his own. So that was one of the things with my son Justice. He's always wanted to. He always was the baby of the family, but he wanted to make his own strides, and that's something that he's kind of did, and that's something that he's done through high school, and it kind of gave him the opportunities. He's a very intelligent young man and outstanding player, and was able to go off to Duke, and he's a student at Duke right now, and Midnight Madness on tomorrow night.
Yeah, what an awesome, exciting time. I know, I can't really think of, right offhand, I don't know if I would want my son to play for any other coach. I mean, Mike Krzyzewski is like he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, definitely, he's one of these guys. It's like Vince Lombardi of football. I mean, the guy has an amazing program year after year after year.
Exactly, and it's a great place to be. And his mom really wanted him to be in a school with a great education, and that was Duke. And out of the top schools that he had in Florida, UCLA, and Arizona, I mean, that was the school for him to be at.
You don't see a lot of Duke players getting in trouble off the field as much as, or off the court as much as some of the other schools.
Well, I think Coach K is a very disciplinary person. He's kind of militant, from the schools that he went through, and he's a great guy. Coming into his system from the years beyond, what kind of system it is, and it's mostly education and mostly discipline. And you have a lot of great guys that have been through the program, like Battier and other guys that have shown examples. So you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to wrap it up, but it's fantastic. It says in an article I saw that you were one of the last official members of Phi Slamma Jamma. What does that even mean? Official members. What does that mean?
That mean that it's kind of it's over. It's history. So they have to kind of start over. They have to start another dynasty.
There you go. Well, I think you're about due, don't you?
Oh, yeah, they're due right now. I think Coach Sampson's going to do a great job. It's going to take a while, to build up and, get some of the kids, get the program turned around and get some of the kids from this Houston area that produces great players to stay home. And once they turn the program around, it'll be kids staying home and they'll get it turned around.
Yeah, no question about it. Really great interview. What's your website for people to get more information?
It's www.roddyfoundation.org.
Yeah, one more time.
www.roddyfoundation.org.
And Chris Kidd, you can find him at chriskidd.com, but I also know you want to mention one more time your big event coming up next week.
Yeah, we've got an amazing charity event at Minute Maid Park next week for the Fanatical Change Foundation, Thursday, October 30th. It's going to be wild, and for a great cause. For a great cause. Hey, thanks so much for being with us, sir.
I appreciate everything, too. Thanks a lot, Chris. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll have to get you back on for a follow-up sometime.
Yeah, okay. I really appreciate it, though, you guys. Thanks a lot.
You bet. Keep up the good work. When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdatareview.com, and this is The Price of Visit.
It's been getting so hard.